everybody! Today's video is going to be my July and August favorites. I have a few skincare, hair products, some makeup, and body care, so we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to start off with makeup. The first favorite I have, I've actually been using for a little while, probably over a year, is the Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliner, and this is waterproof, and it is in the color taupe. You can kind of see there, it's sort of like a grayish brown. I really like to wear this on my waterline underneath my eyes, and it's not as harsh as black and it's not as harsh as brown either. It just gives your eyes a little bit of a shadow underneath, so I have been loving using this. The next makeup item that I've been loving is this Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal, and this is actually the waterproof version. I've actually tried the other version, and I did like it, but I found that with the waterproof, it held the curl when I curl my eyelashes a whole lot better, and I didn't have to use as many mascaras. I still use a couple different ones after I use this, but I start off with this, and I've been using this also on my lower lashes, and I've really been liking it a lot, and it's not as hard to wash off as I thought it would be. I actually picked this up by accident. I meant to grab the regular version, but I am sort of glad that I grabbed the waterproof because it's been really working out for me. And I'll just show you the brush really quick if you haven't seen this mascara before. It's sort of a bigger brush, so if you're not a fan of that, you probably would not like this, but I'm a huge fan of the bristle type brushes that are big, so this has been a favorite of mine. My next makeup favorite is this Super BB, and it is a powder foundation, and it is by Physicians Formula, and mine is in the color light medium, and I believe there's only 3 shades, and this does have SPF 30 in it, and I'll just sort of show you the packaging. You just lift this up, and it did come with a brush or a sponge, I can't honestly remember, and then it does have the mirror like usual. And you can kind of see it might look a little dark too, and at first when I bought this I was not thinking it'd match my skin because I am on the paler side, but it does match pretty nicely, and you do have to be careful using this. It can get a little bit cakey. I apply this after I apply my NYX BB cream, and I don't apply this powder like on my upper lip area because I found that it really oxidizes there. It makes it look like I almost have a mustache, so I don't apply it there anymore, but I lightly just use big fluffy powder brush, and this is the powder brush that I use with it. So you can see it's nice and big, and I just pretty much swirl it in, and then I'll just go over like this area, and I'll swirl it again, go over my nose, and then hit my forehead. And that's been just enough to sort of set everything, like all my face makeup, into place, and I've been loving this. It is pretty nice extra coverage aside from BB cream. I'm not sure how it would work with foundation since I don't wear liquid foundations, but this you could probably just use on your own and be perfectly fine. And my last makeup product is by Jordana, and it is a blush. It is in the color Rose Silk. So obviously it does have a really nice rose color, but it does also have sort of a mauve-y undertone, which I really do love. I have talked about that in other videos. I really like pinky, purpley undertones to things. So I am wearing it today. It is sort of a powdery blush. It is cheaper, obviously, so that was probably going to be expected by everybody that tries cheaper blushes, and I was expecting it to not be the most pigmented, but that is okay because I don't really like to pack on my blush too harshly. Last summer and the few summers before that, I used to love wearing MAC's Pink Swoon, and I still do love bright blushes like that, but I just find for every day that this is perfect, and I do wear this on an everyday basis when I do apply makeup. Moving on to skincare, this is by Garnier, and it is the Clean Plus line, I believe, and this is the Blackhead Eliminating Scrub. It unclogs pores and it clears complexion, and it is charcoal based. It has some charcoal in it, and this is for oily skin, and it is oil free, and it has salicylic acid in it. So obviously this is for acne, which I am acne prone, so I love using scrubs or anything that has salicylic acid in it to sort of clean my pores. You can kind of see probably on the lid there, it is a liquid, so it does lather, but it also has these little beads in it that I really do like. I love the St. Ives, and I've been using that for years also, but sometimes that is a little bit harsh. And I do use a scrub every day, which I would not recommend for everybody, but it does work for my skin. And on the days where I don't need anything super harsh, I do use this, and I use it before I use my normal face wash, and I do really love it, and I think it smells really good too. This this is something new that I have never tried before. This is the Josie Maran Light Face Oil, and my sister actually got me hooked onto this. She tried it first, and then I decided I wanted to give it a go, so my mom actually picked it up for me. And if you've never seen this, it just comes in a dropper, and then you just use a little bit. I only use like the tiniest drop, and it is good enough for me. I don't like to look super greasy afterwards, even though it does go into your skin really nicely. It just soaks right up. And I have not had any problems with this. This is 100% pure argan oil, and obviously, like I said, this is the light version, so I can't really compare it to the original version, but this one I do really like. It is pretty expensive. I think for this bottle it was around $16, my mom said. It's only half a fluid ounce, so that is pretty expensive, but like I said, I use it sparingly, and I think that's the best way to use it so I don't have to go and repurchase this all the time. But I've been using it for about a month and a half, and I don't know if you can tell, but I've only used about half of it. It's about right there. And I would recommend this for anybody who wants to give facial oils a try, because it really does do wonders. People are not lying when they say that. It makes my skin super soft. I have not broken out from it, and I really do like it a lot. And I do have a few body care products. This is the Herbal Essence Body Wash, and it is in the scent Hello Hydration, or that is what it is. It is coconut extract. That is the scent, and it does smell so good. I remember before I went to cosmetology school and became a hairstylist, I used to be obsessed with the Herbal Essence Hello Hydration Shampoo and Conditioner. It has the exact same scent as that, but obviously I use higher end shampoos and conditioners now, but this is perfect. It smells exactly like it, and it does last quite a while. I think I've had this for almost 2 months now, and my boyfriend uses it too, and we still have quite a bit left. It lathers really nice, the scent lasts for quite a long time, and I really would recommend doing this. Usually I do use homemade bar soap that I made a few months back, but when I switched to this, it really does make my skin feel a little less dry. But like I said, I love bar soap too, and I will switch between that and this, but I would definitely recommend this because it was, I think, under $5 at my local Walmart. The best body care product I have is by St. Ives. It is the Fresh Hydration Lotion, and this is the citrus and vitamin C scent, and I am almost out. I have to pick up another one after work. And this is just in the spray form. I'm not sure if you can really see that. It's just a super light mist, and it smells really good. I wouldn't recommend this for winter when your skin tends to be a little bit drier, at least mine does. I probably won't be able to use this, but for the summertime it is perfect. It doesn't make me feel greasy or anything, and it really soaks into my skin quickly. I get dressed right after I apply this, and I don't feel like my clothes are clinging to me, so I would definitely recommend this if you are looking for a light moisturizer for your body. And I do just have one nail polish item. This is the Salon Perfect, and it is a super bright neon, and it is sort of between like an orange and a red, and this is in the color Hot Pink, or I believe that you actually pronounce that Haute, like Haute Look, and I know a lot of people say Hot Look, but I've seen the commercials and they actually pronounce it Haute, so I'm assuming this is actually called Haute Pink, which is sort of different. And to me, it's not really super pink. It is definitely between an orange and a red, and it's not coming up as neon on camera, I don't think, but I have it on my toes right now. I'm not going to show you, that is a little weird, but this is a really pretty color, and it is more red looking on my toes, but it's still a nice bright neon, which I love. Even in the winter, I love neon nail polish on my toes. So this was under $5, I believe, and I got it at Walmart. So if you like neons like this, like China Glaze neons, it's really similar to that, then I would just go and check this out. And the last products I have are all hair products, and I have two different brushes here. This is the Indie Untangled brush, and this is a wet brush. And then I have a round brush, and this is by Wijo, or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I think my mom picked this up at Ulta and didn't end up liking it, and this is what I use to round brush my hair. I believe just by looking at it, it is around 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and it works perfect with my hair. And then this wet brush I just use after I get out of the shower and before I apply my oils to my hair, and I'll show you like the aftercare, what I use when I get out of the shower in just a second. But I really like this brush. I know there's other wet brushes, but I like this one a lot. It has different size bristles, so you can probably see like the taller ones, but there's also, oh, get the nasty hair out of there. There's also shorter ones on the inside, which you're probably not going to be able to see, but it really fits in my hand nicely. You can probably see that, and I got this at Cosmoprof, and I'm not sure, some salons might actually sell this. I've seen other stylists using this, and I really do like this brush a lot. I'll kind of go through, I don't have any hairspray in right now, but it just goes through so nicely. It doesn't snag hair at all. My hair doesn't really get tangly when I get out of the shower anyhow, but since I have shorter hair, that's why I just start from the top. If you have long hair, I would definitely recommend starting from the bottom when you brush your hair. But this is not like a paddle brush. The bristles are quite a bit softer, and you can see that they bend super nicely, and it's not going to snag your hair. It doesn't have balls on the end of the bristles at all, so I would recommend a wet brush for anybody wanting to try something a little bit different for their hair care routine. These products are sort of gross, but they are in my shower. This one is definitely messed up for me squeezing it, but this is the Redken All Soft Shampoo, and this is the conditioner, the same line. I really like Redken hair products. I've been loving their shampoos and conditioners, and they last forever. I think I've had these for over 2 months, maybe even 3, and they're not even halfway done. I wash my hair every other day, granted, but still, these have lasted me so long, and I would recommend Redken products for your starter high-end because they cost about the same as a lot of high-end products, but you don't have to use nearly as much, I find, and I've tried a lot of different shampoos and conditioners, and I would say that with my short hair, I only have to use like a nickel size, if that, of the shampoo, and it lathers like almost too much sometimes. And with the conditioner, I would say the same thing. You don't need too much of it. So I would definitely recommend the Redken All Soft. I think I'm going to try doing a different Redken shampoo and conditioner next time, but I do really like these a lot, and like I said, they last forever. So if you're looking into trying higher end shampoos and conditioners, I would probably give Redken a go. I'm not necessarily saying you need to try this exact specific Redken shampoo and conditioner, but I would definitely recommend a Redken product for if you do want to try them out. But like I said, I really do like these two products right here from the All Soft line. Now for my aftercare, and these are the last products I will be talking about. This one is the first thing I use. It's by Pravana, and I believe you pronounce it Nevo, and it is a intense therapy leave-in treatment. So you can probably see it has the lighter blue on top and then the dark blue on the bottom, so you just shake it up before you use it. And then it is just a spray form, so I spray this all over my hair when I get out of the shower and I towel dry it. So this is a nice leave-in conditioner, and I like, I like leave-in conditioners before I use oils, and I know some people might switch that up, but for me, if I put an oil in my hair, it feels a little bit thick, and then I feel like this doesn't absorb as nicely. So this is a little bit thinner than the oil that I use. It is a nice light mist when it comes out, so I probably do about 10 sprays of this all over my head, and I've been using this for a few months also, and I absolutely have been loving it. I find that my hair is really soft, and it stays a little less flyaway-y, if that's even a word. But I found that I have way less flyaways when I use this, so I've been loving this, and I would recommend this for anybody wanting to try a different leave-in conditioner. This is something new. I only picked up a little less than a month ago, but I wanted to include it because I have really been loving this. For anybody who's been following my channel since I started or has watched some of my hair videos, you probably have seen me talk about Moroccan oil. And I absolutely love Moroccan oil, but it is really expensive, and I actually can't find it at salon places around where I live in Michigan, and I actually cannot order it through a sales rep. So I figured I would give this oil a try since I was running out of my Moroccan oil. This is by Matrix, and it is the Oil Wonders Indian Alma, A-M-L-A. I'm not quite sure how you would say that, but I've really been loving this oil. Like I said, I've been using it for almost a month, and I've barely used any. And I guess I've used quite a bit, but I think this really goes a long way. I only use 2 pumps, and I just put it throughout my hair after I used the Pravana Intense Therapy treatment. And I use this on damp hair. I'm sure you could use it on your dry hair, but I have another oil that I like to use for that. But this is something that I really have been enjoying. It's a strengthening oil, which Moroccan oil, that's what I was using that one for. And I actually find that I like this one a little bit better so far anyway. I used the Moroccan oil for a few years, and I really did enjoy that. That is a good oil, but I find that if I can find something that works just as good, if not better, and I can get it a lot easier, I'm going to use that. So I've been loving this, and I don't think I'm going to switch back to Moroccan oil anytime soon anyway. I do want to give this one a try, and it was like literally a quarter of the price, which I also love. So I would definitely try the Matrix oil line. There is 2 other oils, and I cannot remember what they are. I think they had like a maracuja oil and then another oil, but I chose the strengthening oil, which is this one right here, just because my hair is kind of weak. I was blonde for about 7 or 8 months, and I am going a little bit more on the ombre side, closer to my natural. So I wanted to really give this oil a try, and it was actually on sale when I got it. And I'm not going to say how much I got it for because I do get a discount at like the warehouses for salon products. But this, trust me, is way cheaper than Moroccan oil, even at retail price. So if you are into hair oils, I would definitely give these new Matrix oils a try. And I don't think I have anything else to say other than it smells good too. And my last product is this Kenra Smooth Anti-Frizz Oil, and I've been using this for probably about 3 months or so, and I use this on my dry hair. I don't think I've ever tried it on damp hair that I can remember, but I like just to use it to get rid of flyaways, or on second day hair, even first day hair. Say my hair is just a little bit poofy looking, I just use 1 or 2 squirts of this, and it is a little bit thicker of an oil, so I just use this along my part where I'll have like flyaways, and I'll use it through my bangs to sort of smooth those out. I've been trying to use less hairspray and dry shampoo. On second day hair, I haven't actually been using dry shampoo because I'm trying to stay away from drying hair products. Like I said, I'm trying to get my hair back to a little bit healthier, so I've been loving this for a smoothing product. And those are all my July and August favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope to see you in the next one.